What's up, future business owners? Zach of All Trades here with World's Fastest Shingler and Veteran Construction on my second channel, Roofers Rebellion. Okay, so how you guys doing? Good to see you. I haven't made a video for a while, but I'm going to jump into this personal one today. And I called you guys business owners because I want you guys to always remember that's why you're here. And I want you guys to create a goal and everything, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So again, we'll be getting a little personal. I'll try not to drag it out. And let's just get straight down to it, okay? So I've been not myself lately, okay? I have a lot going on, and you know, I'm constantly off topic when it comes to my life. I'm never in the right place. I'm failing every day at something new, or a lot of times the same things over and over. So what's going on right now with me is you know, I'm going through a breakup, and let's not make this a social media therapy session, but you know, it's kind of tough because she did a lot of things for the business, as well as, you know, played a part in, you know, me more or less getting up and doing things a lot, you know, because I've always kind of thought a man should not be around all the time. It kind of helps with relationships, right? They want more of you. So, you know, draw the fine line between not being there enough and being there too much, and you're good, right? So it was easy to get out of bed and leave on Saturdays and Sundays, you know, when she was off work, and, you know, just to kind of knock stuff out, you know, and keep things planned. Not because I didn't want to see her or anything, but anyway, I'm starting to realize she did a lot for me. And someone, like, for example, gave me or asked me for a business card today, and I realized, like, this is my last batch. I'll be running out. I don't have anybody to make these for me anymore, you know. So a lot of stuff's going to be coming back to me, and you know, it's kind of throwing me off. So, you know, and I don't have somebody to leave every morning now, so I sleep in. I'm not even gonna lie, I sleep until 11:30 sometimes, you know, because we're on a big job right now. And let's see, you know, we're doing siding. We've already done the roof on it. It's the one where we built the dormer on the roof with Matt. That's a great video. If you guys haven't seen that on my other channel, go check that out. But we did the roof over there. Now we're doing the siding, soffit fascia gutters. We're doing like 16 windows coming in and out, and, you know, wrapping garage doors, a few man doors and things like that, and some older windows that have been recently replaced, and she didn't want them changed. So a lot going on there. Not something I need to be on the job site for. My guys, you know, I'm so thankful I've got them trained up to where I don't have to babysit now. They call me, you know, if they spend too much time trying to figure things out, or they call me when they need material or whatever, you know. But like I said, I've been a scumbag, you know. Like, they might want material, but the job's so big, I know that it's not gonna slow them down if I don't show up first thing in the morning with it, you know. And it's throwing me off, you know, with everything I have going on. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna be diving into this and facing my problems head on. And, you know, like I said, you guys are probably gonna face something similar in one fashion or another in this form later on. Okay, so yeah, you know, I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to do. I mean, look at this house here. I haven't done anything. Most times when I'm running around and I'm busy and I'm, you know, working on the job site, I'm making videos, meeting with homeowners after hours, I'm creating contracts in between editing videos late at night, you know, all this stuff. And I wish I had the time that I had now, where I'm just not on the job site and I'm just here, and I don't have any edit videos to edit because I'm not on the job site. You know, I've got so much work I could be doing and so many better ways to be using my time right now, and I'm not. And like I said, look at this house. You know, I could be doing anything, but I'm, you know, I've in the recent past, like within the last month, I built that room upstairs, and the electrician, it's the last thing we got to do before I can put drywall up, is the upstairs, along with some minor plumbing and stuff like that. So I've been waiting on him, and he's just, you know, I've been putting the blame on him when it's my fault, you know, because there's so much other things I could be doing with the insulation, drywall. I could be caulking in my bathtub. I haven't done. You can probably see in the corner there, it's starting to get a little wet. But yeah, so, you know, I've been putting the blame on others, and I need to man up and start to realize, you know, what things really are, because it's tough when you don't have somebody telling you what to do all the time. You're your own man. You got your own time to spend now. And, you know, I'm really, really struggling with moving on from there's so many things that I have. It's like I've got to block up on every single one of them, you know, and I got to break down those barriers and move on. So, you know, I've got somebody coming to fix that this weekend on Saturday. We're going to bust that out, and I can get this on. But, you know, like I said, I could have been framing the basement. I could be doing so many other things right now. meeting with clients and stuff. But I mean, even if you were to take like the Zach that was like from 5 years ago and just swap him into this chair right now, he would shut this camera off and go knock some shit out. You know what I mean? So it sucks knowing that I'm not that guy anymore. At least right now I'm not. And, I've got to make some adjustments. So let's just jump into it on how this stuff came about. So, I mean, something simple today. Aside from the business card thing, something else happened with the business cards today. But I saw a video of it was like Shia LaBeouf, how he went through some stuff. I don't know if you guys remember him getting arrested and things like that, and how he's had to overcome so much, and he's doing better now or whatever. Those kind of stories resonate with me. So I saw that, and I just was a little bit inspired by it, and I decided to YouTube, celebrity success stories, because I want to watch somebody that I at least am familiar with rather than just a complete stranger, right? So came up on a video of The Rock for about 12 minutes, and I've followed him a little bit in the past. Actually, on that video you could see the red bar on it, like I've already watched it before, but I went ahead and clicked it, and he said something that took me back to something I kind of know about from another place, right? It was how when he would get up to do something really big, like perform for WWF or whatever, he would always take a second to remember all the shit he went through, right? Like when he had $7 in his pocket and they were evicted out of their apartment in Hawaii, and how they got kicked off the island, and his failures in football. And he would remember that stuff before he went out and performed, and it helped him a lot. That's his coping method. That's how he deals with moving forward and moving on with things. And a guy named David Goggins I follow, he did something pretty similar, and he calls it the cookie jar. When you're down and you're out and you're ready to give up and you feel like you're at 100%, what you do is you dig in that cookie jar and you grab out something. This is metaphorically, right? Of course, you grab out something that reminds you of how badass you are, right? You think of something that you've overcame in the past, and that's how you move forward and get stronger day by day. So that really helped me today, and it made me realize that I have to make some moves. I can't just, if I don't do anything right now, I'm going to continue doing this. And that goes with everything, any kind of addiction or whatever. If I don't make a move now, I'm going to be the same. I mean, I texted someone earlier and said, I feel like I need to go to rehab, but I don't do any drugs or drinking. Like, that's the kind of mental space I'm in right now. So, I mean, it's really a screwed up situation, and my enthusiasm is not because I'm in a better place than I'm making it seem, but it's because I'm excited to make a change, But deep down, I feel like shit. I feel like ass right now. I really do. So, anyway, I decided to do a little bit of digging. So we're going to backstep to something I just thought about today while I was driving, and that was, why I've worked so hard in the past. Okay, now this stems from way back when. I've always been a hard worker. So we've got me in high school, right? I was working high school jobs. I was doing lawn mowing and landscaping for 2 years or whatever. And, I even worked sometimes in the winters at a tree farm. So I asked myself, why was I working so hard back then? And there's a simple answer. It was that I wanted a car, right? That's most kids' dream, right? You want to buy a car. You don't got to drive around mom's minivan like I did for a while. So let's go on to another time in high school where I had really, really bad grades. And I did a 180 switch. I started getting really good grades. I started putting in work. Why did I put in that work? Well, there's a simple answer to that one as well, and that is I wanted to play sports, and I wasn't able to play my sophomore year because I was a failure due to grades. So I started putting in some serious work, and I maintained a 4.0 grade point average for most of my senior year and partially of my junior year. So, and I was honors roll all junior and senior year, right? And then let's just go to, and I'm sure I'm skipping over a whole bunch of other ones, but when I was 21 years old, like on my 21st birthday, I started construction. I'm 29 now. And I worked my ass off. I was always there. I always showed up 3 to 5 minutes late, but I was there every day. Never did a no call, no show. Besides one time I tried to, because we were like Gary housing. There's just this building and the sprinklers went off. There's cockroaches everywhere. I was out drinking till like 4 a.m. the night before. Hungover as hell. But my boss called me at 8:30. And guess who answered? I did. And sure enough, I showed up with Subway sandwich in my stomach, 2 waters, 2 big ass waters, 800 milligrams of ibuprofen in me, and an apology. You know, and that's who I am. That's how I always been. You know, and I look back at that, and why did I work so hard? Well, of course there was some money there, just like there was in the first example, right? I needed money to buy trucks and to live my lifestyle and things like that. But I never really cared how much I got paid because I always had a bigger goal in mind, right? Unless I was getting totally reamed, it didn't really bother me that much, you know? But the bigger goal was to start my own business. So really, I wasn't there just for money. I was there actually for money the least, I would say. I was there to gain enough experience to be able to go and do a job or quote a job and look a homeowner in the eye and know that I can back up my promise, you know? And if something happens with my crew and they're just not on it or they don't show up or I'm left, I at least know that I have the skills and the knowledge to fix this alone and save my name from getting dragged in the dirt. You know, that was always the main goal, just to have enough experience to start my own company. Okay. Now, looking back, I just want to, you know, we backpedaled a little bit. I want to reverse engineer this formula. Okay. So, in every single example, let's start back with the first one. I was working in high school to get a car. At some point, I got a car, right? I went, boom, I've got it. Excited. I love it. I feel it. It's great. It is a fact. It is a definite end. I bought that car. Moving on to the next thing. Working hard. You know, working hard, actually working a job and doing every bit of homework and all this shit so I can run track. Boom. I finally get to run a race. It's there. I know for sure that I can run the next 6 weeks because that's how long the grading period was. That is a win right there. I did it. I can feel that. All my hard work's paid off. On to the end, right? I'm working for experience to try to start my own company. Boom. You can see it on paper. A veteran construction. I own this company. It is real. It is legal. And it's mine. That's a win right there. I have worked hard and I have completed my goal. Boom. Where do I go? Where do I go now? What is next for me? I've done it. You know, I mean, when you're running this company, you have to be careful because now you're your own boss. Now it's you. You're the decision maker. You call all the shots. And that determines how successful you're going to be. So most people would say, okay, got the business, now let's be successful. You have to determine that. I have to determine that. You know, I don't have this problem solved yet. You know, I've realized that I don't really have small goals. There may be a time where, you know, I maybe looked back and I went, okay, I made it through a winter. That's great. But what am I going to do? Focus on making it through winters all the time? No, that's not a goal. That's not an achievement. You know, nothing. I mean, it's a small celebration. It's a small goal met that needs a small celebration for sure. But that's not an end goal. Okay. You know, other things like I wanted to hire a bunch of veteran employees. I did that to an extent. I mean, not as much as I would have preferred, but at the same time, you know, you got to deal with what you got, and you can only try so many things. I've had a lot of vets come and go when they needed work and things like that, and that's one of the big reasons I wanted to start this business, was to make sure that my brothers are able to work when they need it. Okay, so then let's see, moving on after that. I mean, what is there to look forward to? There's no definition of success. I've went over that in the last video. You know, so it's really up to us to define that. And I've realized that I didn't define that. I mean, even in YouTube, you know, I started my YouTube channel. I mean, I posted a video a long time ago. It got a lot of views. I got like 65 subscribers, and I actually took the video down because it was kind of trashy, even though I still post trashy stuff. But anyway, I had 65 subscribers, and I was like, I can't believe 65 people want to see more of me. So like a year or two later, when I realized that, I made a few more videos, just little whatever videos, right? All of a sudden, I got 130 subscribers. And I'm like, oh no. So I went and dropped a video that I hadn't posted in a long time. I've had it made for a while, and it's my how-to video, which has over 500,000 views. And I went and dropped it, and then boom, everything happened. 1,000 subscribers. Shortly after that, I dropped that 812 bomb. And now I've got it all. I've gotten monetized, you know, which was a goal that I looked at when I had 65 subscribers was, you know, how do you get monetized? And it's not all about money, but that was a goal then. And then start getting my first month's pay. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Now I'm setting a goal to beat it every month. And eventually I was like, this is way too much work. Really, like, I don't care how much I make on YouTube. If it ain't $500,000, it's hardly worth it, It's just so much work. And I mean, I just kept at it, a little slower. Maybe I'll do it next year. Maybe let's just see how much I make in 1 year, and I'll do it next year. So I was able to set goals with it. I can't do that with my business. Well, I can, but I haven't. So, I mean, I've never set a goal ever. I've never wanted to have, 500,000 in work. I'm not organized. Like on YouTube, I can track everything. I can know everything for sure. It's a lot of extra work. I mean, it's probably work that I should be doing anyway to like keep track of how many jobs I'm doing. And I don't even write contracts for every job. I do half my jobs on a handshake, get a check and that's it. It goes in the business account. I don't have a way to like track exactly how much work I've done. Or I don't set goals to, quote 10 roofs a week, or to, have like a 50% success rate on jobs that I bid. I don't have any goals, absolutely nothing. So really that sucks. I need to start setting goals, I think. I think that there's a lot of things I can do. I mean, I really just got to put pen to paper and figure out what it is that's important to me and how to move on from this, because, I firmly believe I can't go on like this. If I go on like this, everybody's going to lose their job. It's that bad. I'm really not exaggerating. Everyone's going to lose their job, and I'll be relying on YouTube money. It'd just be me and Boy Cub making videos on this house or something. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to be aware of, all possible outcomes, and you guys really need to get a grip on the one you want and work towards that. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, I really would appreciate if you guys put them in the comments, besides just calling me a pussy and shit. But yeah, I would like to learn a little bit from you guys, I'm here trying to share my knowledge with you guys. If you guys have something that maybe you've seen me do in the past, or maybe you have just a really good suggestion on something I've been talking about today, I'd love to see it down below. I'd love if you like this video for my honesty, and I wish I had like one of them videos things I could put right here, but I've only got one, so I'll put it like right there. You can check out part 1 or like the first episode ever. All right, you guys, thank you. Bye.